those who kill vigilante street justice of adulteresses. However, I lived for 30 years in the Middle East, and I heard Friday sermons a lot. And I personally know people who were killed, honor killing, because they were raped, a girl, a 16-year-old girl. I never heard one Friday sermon that is against honor killing in no uncertain terms. Never. Not one time did I hear the leader of Al-Azhar University say honor killing is un-Islamic and we should never allow it. It has nothing to do with Islam. So this baloney that they say on American TV is a farce. And they know that we know. When I speak, they know. I look in their eyes and they know I know. And that's why they don't want to debate us. I want to tell you, to conclude, that if you look at the history of Islam, wherever Islam went, there's always a lot of turmoil, restlessness, revolutions, even separatist movements. There's a minority Muslim in the Philippines. There's constant demands for a separatist movement. Chechnya in Russia. This is part of Chechnya where Muslims went and lived there a few hundred years ago. What do they want? They want a separatist movement. You don't want to give me Sharia? Okay. Then a separatist movement. Kosovo. They are already separated. They are already an independent state. Wherever Muslims go, they congregate in one area, and then the underground Islamist group starts working. They terrorize, they soften the people, they make them doubt themselves. And with our government, our media, it's easy. And then what happens, when they become strong enough in one area, where they will vote Sharia law for themselves. And then the government, the federal government, will say this is unconstitutional under American, whatever. Then you will see a Chechnya right here in America. I predict in 10 or 20 years, if nothing is going to be done in France, we're going to have a Chechnya in France. We're going to have a Kosovo in England. There are some areas in France and in England right now where the police can get in. It's going to happen in America. And we must wake up. I have in my book, in the last chapter, many suggestions, and they're all peaceful. They're all peaceful suggestions for America to wake up. And we are not invincible. I think the people who are trying to accommodate Islam and its tyranny in America, they really think America is invincible. It can never happen here. Well, I'll tell you, Egypt in the 7th century used to be a Christian nation. And it was a superpower. It was the superpower of the area. It was rich and wealthy with the Nile and the gold and the queens. Islam, after many years of wars with Persia, the Persian Empire and the Egyptians were fighting all the time. For 10 years, the Byzantine Empire. After 10 years, they were demoralized. They were not happy with their government. They were tired of too many wars. There comes in a fresh group of people from Arabia who promised they will not harm them. Let them get rid of their leaders. And they did. And Egypt and Persia never saw their glory days again. These were the two superpowers of the world at that time. And we, through our immigration policy, we are allowing very bad characters coming in. And we need to wake up. It doesn't matter whether we're Democrats or Republicans. This idea of tolerating intolerance of Islam. Multiculturalism have become our religion. The West is not doing Islam even and Muslims a favor with all this tolerance. Misplaced tolerance and political correctness are not a sign of compassion. They are not virtue. Misplaced tolerance and political correctness is gross negligence when it comes to Islam. Thank you very much. Would you like some questions? Questions? Okay. Yes, about the mosque. Why don't you ask me a question about the mosque? The first question.
What we're going to do with the questions is we're going to form a line right here, because we only have this one microphone to ask questions. So form a line here, and we'll do that. I want to be the first questioner. I know you were just in New York, and you gave a very passionate talk about the mosque, the proposed mosque at Ground Zero, and I would like you to tell this gathering your passion and why that would be such a horrendous, horrible, terrible thing for America.
First of all, people don't understand what is a mosque. A mosque is not like a church. A mosque traditionally has been the area where jihad starts from, the calls for jihad. It has ammunition. It stores the ammunition. Terrorists hide there often. A mosque also, under Islamic law, must never be converted to anything else. Traditionally, whenever Muslims went to conquer a land, converted the religious buildings of that country into mosques. They didn't go and build their mosque next to it. No. Islam wants to replace. It's almost like invasion of the body snatchers. They don't want to live with another religion. They want to take their religion. And that's why when they went into Egypt, they converted many of the churches into mosques. They went to Turkey, they converted many churches into mosques. When they went to Persia, they did the same thing. In India, many of the Indian temples were converted to mosques. And these things resulted in many bloodshed, a lot of bloodshed. I don't want to even describe it. It's horrendous. And when they went into the area of Syria and Palestine and this area of the world, which was not really a nation, what did they do? They hated the Jews. What did they do? Did they build a mosque next to their temple? No. They went to the heart of the Jewish holy site and went on top of it and built a mosque. And until this day, it's disputed territory. The mosque has nothing to do there. And we are inviting a mosque in our ground zero, which there was a picture done by a Muslim where they had, after 9/11, the picture of New York with all mosques.
If our president was he born a Muslim? His father was a Muslim.
Yeah, according to Islam, he should be a Muslim.
Okay. Therefore, supposedly, he converted to Christianity. Would not he be
An apostate? I want to tell you something. He went to Egypt, and I know people who actually met in Egypt, attended the event when Obama spoke. Our president, the United States president, his audience were more than half the Muslim Brotherhood, a terrorist organization. Half the audience were beards